which is that how do you feel we can keep students motivated in a world in which AI makes them feel invincible? And what does this mean for teachers? If you'd just like to comment on that.
Yes, salam alaikum. First of all, thanks for inviting me and thanks for putting this topic on the agenda. It's great when you're very successful to think about the next step, the future. And I'll just share a couple of slides with you just to give you a sense of this future. You know, in this time when the kind of things that are easy to teach, easy to test have also become easy to digitize, to automate. We need to ask ourselves, what will make us successful? No? And you can think, well, we want young people to find out why they are here on this planet, what is important to them. If school gives them that kind of sense of ownership, sense of identity, sense of motivation, we have gained a lot. If school helps them to find out where they can become really good at, if school helps them to find out where they can make a difference in this world, what the world needs from them. And then finally, very importantly, translate better skills into better jobs and better lives. That is something that we should expect from education today. Now, when you look at success, our global PISA standards always show a country like Japan is very successful. When it comes to academic outcomes, Japan, Japanese 15-year-olds get very strong outcomes in reading and mathematics and science. But in today's world, that is not enough. If you think, for example, Japanese students do not show the level of agency that you want to see in tomorrow's world, being able to mobilize your cognitive, social, and emotional resources, they do not show a good level of emotional resilience. Can you reinvent yourself when the world around you changes? If I bring you to a different part of the world, to Peru, it's almost the mirror image. Peruvian students still struggle with mathematics and science and reading, but you can see they bring other qualities. They bring that emotional resilience, that sense of agency, the quality of social relationships. And you can look at a country like Denmark, where almost all of the dimensions are very well developed. Danish students are strong academically, they're happy children, they show a good level of agency, a good level of resilience. And that's the kind of picture that we need to develop of tomorrow's education, where we have a good balance between the academic, the social and emotional development of people. We ask ourselves these days, can artificial intelligence improve learning? And here's some data from Turkey. When you give young people ChatGPT to write an essay, they produce better essays. But when afterwards you test their skills, their writing skills without ChatGPT, they come out worse. Data from China give a very similar picture. AI can be a great superpower, making you, much more effective in your work. But it can also lead to a metacognitive laziness. You can see here data from the United States when American students were asked to work with AI to do schoolwork. 80% could not remember what they had written the next day. What this shows us that AI is not a magic power, it's just an amazing accelerator. Here you can see that AI can actually advance the skills of teachers who are not so maybe experienced. It does very little to teachers who are experienced, but AI can be a great accompaniment for teachers who may still need help. It can make them better teachers, but the bottom line is that AI is not a magic power. It's just an amazing amplifier, an incredible accelerator. It will amplify good ideas and good educational practice in the same way it amplifies poor practice. It can make our education systems more inclusive, more equitable, giving young people greater ownership, giving them those kinds of tools, but it can also amplify almost any form of inequality. It can help you personalize and accelerate learning. Now, while you study mathematics, AI can figure out how you learn and then make your learning experience so much more granular, so much more adaptive. But as you saw, it easily can lead students to simply outsource their thinking and lose some of their skills. AI can empower teachers as the most creative designers of innovative learning environments, or it can make them the slaves of scripted lesson plans. It can nuance human perspectives, or amplify bias. It can connect people across borders, across cultures, but it can also create echo chambers that just amplify our own perspectives and insulate us from divergent perspectives. You can say, you know, artificial intelligence is always ethically neutral, but it is always in the hands of people who are not neutral. And that is our task today. In this world of AI, this is in response to your question, the first thing we have to do is find out what makes us human. Thank you so much.